put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep.
Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
QB's traps. Let's go. 57 to Mike.
Here's Thorson on first and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Wrong way to go on this one.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. From the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing again on second and 10. Winston. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at at the 2-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand.
60 outlaw. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Brad McDougal. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Move ready. Check, with the 9. Flip. Let's easy. 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Tommy.
Mike is 15. Echo. You better be.
Let's go.
On second and 9, Winston going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Switch gears.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Thorson, play action. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
A gain of 9.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dalvin Cook with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The tackle there by Antoine Woods. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down. Thorson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Charlie.
57.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Thorson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check it back, check it back. Flip, flip, flip.
Now Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. It's complete to Chris Conley. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second and 10 now for Thorson. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
70, Indy. Recon, 132 fighter.
Thorson looks to throw again. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. A shotgun handoff to Henry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
80 weapons.
On 2nd and inches, Thorson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Matchbox lights. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He completes it to Henry. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Check hot route. Hot, hot.
On third down, Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. But he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They begin with Henry, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Check. 6-6. Bullet high. Bravo. Look at me. Door. Now.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Returnable for Lockett. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Daddy, white 25. Check. No.
Go. Hey, watch it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
From the 16, Winston. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Hey, check Mike 30. 33.
Rip left.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll get it all the way. Up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Jameis now on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally marked down at the 23. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They run the counter with Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On third down, Winston. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The kick by McManus is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And now here is another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Ready, break. Mike, 50 seconds. You never ring. You never ring. Let's go, baby. Go. That's me. To the small. To the center.
I'm trying to collect. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Hey, come on out here. Come get me. Go.
On 3rd down, it's Thorson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready. White 25. Mike 59. Flip it, flip it, flip it. These babies cry all the way back.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike 59. Mike 59. 30.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now here in London. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Get the ball.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
57's Mike 57. Watch the pass.
They go play action. Now Thorson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Antoine Woods in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Let him know.
Hey, Delta.
57's the Mike. Watch the sit.
On 2nd down, Thorson. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Thorson on 1st and 10. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Thorson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Come on, dude.
On 1st down, Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Thorson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Third down and 14.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. So third and long. Here's Thorson. It's complete to Grant. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Go! Mike 57. Here we go.
Running from the gun with Henry. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Watch the curl.
Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
18 Brady.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Thorson looks to throw on first down. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 saw. Pick up the ball. Blue down. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Minus 50. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And so much for the game. Winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you,
on.
so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the Jags, the train just